Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday night. Your Friday night tune-up is in full effect. I'm your
Full
coach
effect.
here, the
American
Hillis Pugh.
retrograde Friday night tune-up.
Yeah, exactly. I was
I
gonna say
said
I was introducing ourselves. I'm Hillis, and you.
I'm at it. I'm Rebecca Gregory here on this Friday night
Yeah, if
or
people don't
Saturday
know us,
morning for some people.
yeah, I'm gonna say if people don't know us by now, they can click on the link in the bio to find out who we really are.
I know. That's a magical mystery tour.
Yeah, exactly. But it's been a real interesting week. We have new moon energy come. Something's happening today. I can't remember.
Mercury
New moon.
retrograde started today, I think. I just
Yeah,
read.
Mercury retrograde started today, and then there's like the new moon, something, something,
Full
and
moon
this and that. Yeah, you
tomorrow
know,
night or tonight. Tonight. What's tonight? Is today the
tonight's
night?
yes.
It's tonight.
And so I just want to preface by saying that with the celestial events that are happening, I don't keep up with that anymore. I used to keep up with all that stuff, but I don't keep up with it anymore because it kind of bogs you down and it kind of like, well, okay, well, if I'm gonna do this, I got to do it this way. If I'm a that, or I can't do this. So you do these things and it almost kind of limits you and your thinking. You know, granted, there are grand and greater celestial events that do affect the energies and the cycles in a greater reverence. But when you have, the common events such as, Mercury retrograde or the new moon or the full moon or, Jupiter retrograde and all these other things, I understand that there's a planetary impact, but there's also the belief system that goes along with that, that carries weight. And so if you believe something's going to affect you, then it's going to affect you, you know? So it's like I'm kind of shifting out of that space. Not saying that it doesn't bother me or affect me. I just don't put my full attention on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all just awareness of, just I kind of look at I'm in this space now where it's just like what information I'm supposed to know and required to have will find its way to me. And
Exactly.
if I'm struggling with something or feeling something, it'll come in, okay. So that kind of explains why this is kind of okay. And I can readjust and navigate from there. And if you really start to step back and start to listen to the universe, like that's exactly what happens. So, and
Yeah.
honor your own cycles. And it's right now learning your own cycles of how
Yes.
you function in this new energy.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of cycles, the other day I talked about a video, and if you guys have been watching this channel, you
Hey,
guys,
Hillis,
yes,
before we do that, I just want to thank everyone who's joining us for night and good afternoon. And yeah, that's it.
yeah. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you, everyone who's watching. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, everyone who is here tuning in with us this week, our regulars, and hope for some new faces.
Exactly.
But yes, the cycles, and like I said, if you guys have been watching this channel, I did been doing this series of videos talking about the daily effects of past trauma. And the other day, I did a video about the toxic masculinity and the rise of the divine feminine energy. And I feel it's important to talk about that now because as we are in the midst and the transition of this 26,000 year cycles, we started a new 26,000 year cycle. I mean, just imagine, so the 26,000 year cycle. Just imagine how important the presence of that is in this moment. That you are here for this grand cycle, that you chose to be present in this grand cycle, right?
Hmm.
And how the timing and how everything is unfolding and stepping into the awareness is beautiful, simply in the pace and case of how these cycles are very important. Because everyone now talk about this toxic masculinity and how to, not to how to, let go of the anger, or, this machismo and the macho man and all this other stuff. And so, and what I want people to understand in this is that it's not toxic at all. The masculinity is not a toxic energy. It's the weight that we carry from past experiences that has created the label that of toxic masculinity. I mean, you have to look at the individual and not the label, or the individual and not the collective awareness of that. And so it moves into this new cycle of how we have the rising divine feminine. And so, it's interesting how in this cycle we just had a very prominent event of the Queen's passing, right? And how humanity is kind of shifting in this energy, and how it's weaving and flowing, because I think it was about approximately 3 to 4 thousand years ago, we were in a full planetary matriarchy, and then when that cycle ended, we moved into a full on patriarchy, and not just talking about royalty, but I'm talking about just planetary. And so now we're moving back into this planetary matriarchal energy. And I know that you, Rebecca, had some insights on this week. So would you care to share at this moment?
Phew, take a deep breath. First of all, I do want everybody to take a deep breath, and I want to send out love to everyone that's grieving the queen who has transitioned, and however you feel, and to her family, and also I want everyone to take a moment to take a deep breath of all the grieving that has been brought up around this, because it's not only on a planetary level that we're going through this shift with the transition of the queen, which was huge. I mean, just there's so many levels we can talk about around what just happened. I don't want to get lost in that, but I do want to take a moment to honor where we are right now, and allow yourself to grieve whatever might be coming up for you, and also sending out love and support and energy to the queen and her transition, and and her family, and the world, who might be really feeling this. So I want to send that out to start before I talk about what I'm going to talk about. And in saying that, we are in the masses right now of a huge transition, as we all know, and we're all feeling, and everybody's probably feeling a little off right now with everything that's going on, the energies that come up. So, but what I wanted to share, from a planetary higher point of view of, the morning of the passing, well, it was her morning because it was in England, and as everybody knows, I'm actually going to England next week, to start my journey. So it's really cool how everything's transitioning here. But anyway, I couldn't sleep the other night, and I drew some cards in the middle of the night, like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And there's two sets that flew out, and so I also want to say tonight, I kind of was looking for the cards I drew that night, and they all popped out. So just how informative this is. So, and I didn't even pull out about it. I think I just knew. So, what came out, which is very interesting, is the first one, and I'm just going to show them, is the Great Mother, which came out with surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Now, for me, what I took, what happened afterwards, was the passing of the mother, the queen. And then next, next that came out after that was the grandmothers. So look, by her passing, how that is the opening of the falling, of the shifting of the patriotic and the divine feminine, and the imbalance that has been in place energetically for so many years at the prominent place in England, which is the beginning of kind of everything branches from England pretty much. So that's huge energetically what just shifted. And in that, what happened is now Charles is moving up to king. And as he does, the Brothers of the Rose came in after that. So it's that the sacred masculine, the honor, the protection, the support. So it's that the falling of that imbalance of the divine feminine as a representation, and the opening of this divine masculine that needs to be healed as well, and opening up to that energy where we need to balance both energies right now. And this transition opened that up to all those ancestor lines of all that was there, to bring in this new energy, as a representation. And what is going to happen now, and this is the last card that came out, is healing is happening. So by this huge transition on a planetary and on an individual basis, this is like the math. That was just the shift of this huge balance that needed to happen between the divine feminine energy and the masculine energy as well, so they can balance out to come together and align, so we can have peace, joy, and love in this world and
Yeah.
get rid of the fear. And that's exactly, from my point of view, what just transpired in our world. And and as I said, there's so many levels and things around all that, but from my point of view and what came through in the cards this evening, it just was so exciting, just kind of unraveling that. So that's my point of view on
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that because it is, bringing all that into balance because, people talk about, well, people or the collective, I should say, talking about to balance the masculine energy, to allow for the feminine presence to be in the masculine.
Mhm.
And, as I say this, we typically, when we typically think of masculine energy, we often think about the physical male presence.
Exactly.
But as people, as you and I, are practitioners of energy, we understand that the energy of masculinity just doesn't reside within the physical form. It also resides in the female form
Hmm.
and the way that it is expressed. And so it doesn't matter how it is expressed, it just is expressed because this is how the energy finds its way through the universe, through the planet, through the people to have that balance. You know, and I'm just going to say it because this is what it is. You have this idea of separation, of straight people, gay people, and part of that balance is to have the, some, gay people balancing and embracing their femininity, yet still embody the masculine form and vice versa. So it's in that energy. And now with the younger generations that are coming in, they are learning themselves that they are to express themselves in a way that does not restrict or limit their experience, their
Hmm.
character while they are here on this planet. And I just love that because, you and I, we grew up in a time where it's like, well, you have to be this and you have to be that. And it
Hmm.
was very limiting. And so now it's just we are moving out, you and I and other people of our age range are moving out of those limiting beliefs and now embracing the two spiritness of the energy of what it is, the yin and the yang, the full balance of that. And so it's just really beautiful to see this emergence that is happening on the planet and within everyone who allow themselves to go through this.
Oh yeah, it's just balancing, the oneness and the wholeness. And as you said, the examples that you used, and it's also with children, coming in now. That's why so much is happening around, transgender and the day, and that whole realm is
Yeah.
because it's the energy of opening to expand out, to let go of all those beliefs, and the energy to open up, to claim and move into the sovereignty of who we are in the oneness and the wholeness, that there is no separation between male or female or anything when it comes to energetically. And that's just the outside world saying, hey, this needs to be looked at, because we need to realize and remember the oneness we are,
Yeah.
and remember the connection we are to everything, and remember all that. And then by remembering all that, we'll start to bring the world into balance.
Yeah. I mean, on a soul level, on an energy level, we are all shapeshifters.
Exactly.
I mean, we come into this human body to have this human experience, and this human body is limiting. And so now, personally, I know you are too. we are on a path of learning how to be limitless in this physical body. I did it once before, living in Lemuria, living in Atlantis, living in Sumerian times, living in Egyptian times. I've done it before, but it's just something different about this particular time. And going back to what I was talking about earlier about cycles, that was before we entered in the next 3,000 year or 26,000 year cycle.
Mhm.
So these cycles are very important and key in how we connect to the energies around us. And so, how do we really become limitless in a limited body?
Step in the unpotentiality of who you truly are and open up to that space to be that space you truly are. And let go of all the attachments that we have to the physical in knowing the expansion of the non.
Exactly. You know, to
I guess you were asking me that question.
I was asking you and everyone, but I'm glad
Yeah,
you
if you
answered.
want to chime in, please do.
Yeah, I mean, how and yeah. So for everyone who's watching, how do you become limitless in a limited body? I mean, I really love Rebecca's response, and so as
That
people,
is the Cosmic Explorer question of the week.
yeah, how do you become limitless in a limited body? And the thing is, part of it has to do with your belief. Do you believe you are truly limitless? I mean, granted, we have the ability to materialize anything that we want. We have the connection to the streams of energy that surround us. But how aware are we when we are connected to those streams of energy? Do we just like, oh, well, there's one. I'm going to just pull the stream of energy right here into my heart. Oh, there's another one. I'm going to pull that one here. So it's like you almost become an octopus pulling streams of energy to you. So it's like, it's all in the belief. It's all in the awareness.
Exactly, exactly, and open up and expanding out to that, and being the vibration of that, and knowing the vibration of that, and letting go, as I said, detaching from all the belief systems and all the thought patterns we've been programmed
Oh, yeah.
to believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel right now, I know, um we really have to step into the away I'm not step into but step away from this, the flight and fight energy.
Oh, yeah.
Really is profound right now, and I guess I'm saying that, because it is profound right now. And where can you stop and move yourself away from that, and knowing and claiming who you are, and not taking on, um, others people's issues, problems, and standing in the truth of who you are. In that we don't owe anybody explanations. We just, just to stand in that space. Well, we don't have to explain ourselves to others.
No, and I'm glad you brought that up because now I'm getting a bit emotional because you know, growing up when I did, there was this time where you always had to be accountable for your actions
Mhm.
and accountable to someone else, i.e., your parents or your friend or whoever. You always had to, to your teachers, whomever. You always had to explain to yourself. You always had to tell a story to someone of why you doing this or why you want to do it or why
Mhm.
you want to pursue this or why you want to live like this or why you want to do this. And so it's like you always had to give your why to someone else. And in the past month, a few months for me, it's like, why do I have to give my why to someone else? Why do I have to explain something
Exactly.
that I want to do to someone else? I'm just going to do it. I don't have to explain anything to anybody. And so when you allow yourself to be free from giving your why, which is also, in essence, a way of giving your power to
Mhm.
someone. It's like, well, I'm going to do this because of this. Okay. Why are you telling me? Just go do it, you know?
Mhm.
And
And
that,
also, oh, go
yeah.
ahead.
No, no, I was done, but go ahead.
Oh, no, no, I was just saying, and also, when we have to explain ourselves to other, it's also when others expect a response for certain things,
Yeah.
it's also them staying in we are not honoring others by allowing them to stay in their victim mentality.
Yeah,
And we're
that's
not
huge.
honoring ourselves by giving our power to them, because that's what they're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, it's different to acknowledge someone out of respect. For example, when if I'm going on a trip, if I'm going
Yeah.
somewhere and I say, hey, Dad, just want to let you know that I'm going to be here for a little while. Just want you to know my whereabouts. I'm okay. Everything's all good. I'll check in with you later. You
Yeah.
know, that's different as opposed to, say, hey, Dad, I'm going to go over here, go out of town for a little while because I want to do X, Y, or Z and this and da 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 da. Da. And sometimes when we do that, it's like we're asking permission to do what it is that we already want to do.
Hmm.
So there's no need to ask for permission to do anything. The only
It,
permission you need is from yourself.
it's almost detaching from that hidden guilt we feel about doing things on our own.
Not only guilt, but also the fear of stepping into our own power.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so now, and the thing is, this is funny because I told you about my thought today,
Hmm.
of what I want to do, this vision I had. So I'll express it here because it's part of this explanation. And so earlier today, I was preparing for my event, my in-person event here in Fort Myers on Sunday. And in this, I got this vision of uh, healing hands across America. So I don't know if anyone remembers that from the 80s, but it was like a big thing. People holding hands across America. And I forgot what it was for, but it was like some big thing. And I'm
Was it
like,
AIDS?
huh?
Was it for AIDS?
I don't remember. I
Oh,
don't remember.
if anybody remembers, just let us know.
Yeah. And so I was like, it's time to have another healing hands across America. I'm like, how am I going to do this? How is this going to happen? So all these thoughts, this fear came into my head,
Hmm.
and it's like, no, you're this, and it's like I'm this big. I'm like I'm huge. I'm this energy. I can do this, and so you know it's also this energy of us, being afraid to live up to our potential. And it's in that energy of that resonance of not feeling that you're supported in this and not feeling this or not feeling that. And so we decide to move ourselves and be done with it completely. And if anyone wants to really step into fulfilling it, to seeing an example of this, watch one of my favorite shows, Lovecraft Country. I think it was episode 7 or episode 8, where
Oh,
in the
shoot.
name,
Down into space.
yeah, and the name of the episode is called I Am. And the
Mhm.
most powerful moment of this is when this being emerged and said, name yourself. And when you step into the energy of naming yourself, when you step into the energy of the full I am presence, when you step into that, then the universal energies collaborate with you. They assist you, they help you. And so it's in that energy that we allow for humanity to come together, when we fully allow and accept ourselves as we are. And so yes. Oh, and thank you. Yes, Gladys, thank you for that. To fight hunger. So Hands Across America was to fight hunger. Yay! And thank you, Indigo, for that. For it's like you can even do big about big. I even thought about, it's like, if I was to do this, because the initial thought was do it in America, but then the next thought after that was, okay, to do include South America all the way down to Mexico and South and Brazil and all the that, and then go all the way up to Canada, to connect North and South America. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And then I got another hit of like, okay, well, we can do portions of this online across the world. And I'm like, how will this even happen? How can this? And so it's just like crazy in how this is so. Yeah, so if you guys are interested and want to be involved in this, I feel like it's going to happen sometime in the spring. So if you guys are interested and want to be involved in this, comment below, message us, email us, and we'll see where it goes. And speaking of humanity, Rebecka, you have something very important that you want to share with us this night.
I do. We're not doing expression expansion time tonight.
Well,
Um,
we are, but in a different way.
but in a different way. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not, I'm actually, I want to show, if you see the painting behind me right here, that was painted for me by James. Oh God, I forgot James Newman.
James K. Newman.
Newman, yes. I can find him, and he's with his Facebook is Alignment Life, and he paints soul paintings. So right behind me is my painting that I finally got in after a little bit of time of waiting, which is awesome because all the
Close up,
internets had to
close
line
up.
up. Now, what?
I said close up, close up.
I will just chill out, brother, chill. So, so this is my painting, and I'm gonna. How can I put this so you guys can see it?
Just put it in front. Yeah, no, just hold it directly in front of you. Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
so here it is, and maybe I can put a picture of it up later. I'll post a picture of it on our website on
Oh,
Facebook. Anyway,
wow.
so anyway, here's our picture, and I got it, and I loved it, and but I'm like, I felt something was a little off, and so and it came with a message from for humanity, which I will be reading this evening. So, and that was it. But then the other day, I was sitting with her, and all of a sudden, I decided. So feel this. So guys, you want to feel this? I flipped it over, and all of a sudden it came alive. I'm like doing this very straight here. All of a
No,
sudden,
it's perfect. I really love the language that he put in the line there. It's like, uh,
yeah. So yeah. So that was that. This is my painting. Um, I wanted to share, and the reason I wanted to share was because it did come with with a message from for humanity, and I'm going to do my best to read this writing, so I might stumble a little bit. And if you would like to get a painting done, as I said, you can look up on aligned life, and I think we have his website somewhere, don't we? Hillis, from before, we did have him on our show a while ago.
yeah, we did. So yeah,
Yeah,
you guys can check out
so we
that
could put
episode
that
as
in,
well.
and then Alignment Life is his Facebook page. So if you were interested in him painting one for you, that's what he does. He does amazing, amazing works of tapping into that. But I wanted to read the message. I felt like that's why it's here. So here is the universal message, and I'm going to do my best to speak the language here. So because I can't even read my own writing, let alone somebody else's. So everybody just take a deep breath, and it's so apropos of what's going on in the world right now. So here's the universal message that came through, and I do also want to say why he was painting. I know Archangel Michael was very present during this painting. So yes, so that's just I just needed to say that as well. So here we go. The universal message. We play in the playground of the familiar because it's familiar, but to go beyond the vibrational place that we are now at as a humanity, we must journey beyond the state of familiarity. We must set aside the oh my gosh, I should have like redone this. The windows of viewing we have for so long utilized and open a new doorway of receiving the wisdom that awaits. We cannot look to abrupt we cannot look to what go this is I'm really butchering this. I am so sorry. Go up here and more forward. We must release the old ways. So everybody got that? Release the old ways. For eons now, billions and trillions of souls have made this journey here with the sole fundamental purpose of gathering wisdom. Every occurrence chosen before arrival to their experience in order to receive its gifts, and these gifts being integrated within us and received by the light that created all by this and more. Now's the moment. Now the moment has arrived to shift the paradigm. All the wisdom here have collected here has been utilized to form a new realm and a new earth, new paradigms of experience, all arriving as an immense gift for our willing service to be here then and now. What has been created for us all awaits our awareness of its existence. It awaits to be expressed through us as us. For who choose to see the reality within, this experience is already taking place. wonders that have yet to be experienced in this realm or on this earth. The light, the will, the way. Our purpose here now shifts from the experiencer of this world to the receiver and the expression of all the wisdom gathered here. These gifts received and utilized to create a new earth. As once there was the creation of this realm, now there is a new birth of a new realm and a new earth. And as the acorn in this receiver and the portal of all the expression of the powerful oak trees, we are the receivers and the portals of the expression of this new realm and the new earth. Yes, by our alignment with our highest vibrational state of being, we will play our role in the manifestation of what's to come. We do not stand alone in this journey, for here are millions and millions of light beings and star peoples who are ready or stand prepared. They wait for us now to arrive at this awareness and to take our vibrational place alongside them for the revelation to occur. Our Mother Earth has already begun her part as well, clearing, cleansing, and transmuting herself in alignment with the movement in which we all rise together. All that occurs here occurs in divine orchestration. No matter how to look at or seem to our limit human minds, it is all occurring so that the revelation can take place and have the intent impact it is meant to have. Each human will experience this moment of revelation with the eyes they have chosen to see with the wisdom they have chosen to align with. Yours before has to be a vital to release the old paradigms and fears which are clinged on for too long. The stories that we have fed ourselves for so long to keep is there on the old playground. It is time to leave them behind as the new world awaits us all. All who choose it will be more beyond this place we see around us now. The power of our free will is the key. The light, the will, the way. We will. Which will you choose? Or what will you choose? What will you choose?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. It was
So that is what I needed to share with humanity. That came through my painting. So
hmm. I just love that painting though. I love that painting. And I
and
just want to
hmm,
no, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you for allowing me to share that message with everyone. And yes, I did the
Yes.
best I could.
And so as we get ready to shift into the tune up, as energy is already flowing, I just want to take this time to acknowledge and my dear Indigo, do me a favor. Uh, Send either one of us a message, and we'll give you James's website because I can't recall what or where it is right now. But send us a message, and we'll send it to you. But as we prepare for tonight's tune-up, I just want to take this time to express as we do this out of love, we do this out of our purpose. And if you feel this show or any show has value or has added value to your life, to your day, to your beingness, we ask that you click on the link below for heart centered donations. Because with every donation, with every heartfelt gesture, it keeps the show going. Whether if it's monetary or if you sharing with your friends or liking the show, whatever it is that you feel guided to do to spread the joy of what we do, it was most appreciated.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so tonight's tune up is brought to you by the Council of Elders. As Rebecka was reading that message, I was and still am present with the Council of Elders, and not just the elders of the planet universal elders, elders of the universe, elders of the crystal cities. And when I speak of crystal cities, I also refer to Lemuria, Atlantis, Argatha, Shambhala, all these other, so representative from each of these places I am sitting with in this present moment and connected with. And it's just a beautiful energy to connect to and be with. Do you feel that, Rebecca?
I do. I was typing at the same time. I was taking care of that before I forgot. So,
Yeah, I know, and I thank you for
and
that.
the energies are so intense. I had to distract myself a little bit because I am feeling a flush, and I just needed to like
Yeah,
step away for a second. So that's why I decided to do this.
and so tonight will be a little bit different. It's not necessarily a tune-up, but a continuation of a message, and it's not so much about the words. It's more so about the feeling that is being transmitted as these words are spoken, these human words are spoken, uh, to articulate the truth of what is and what is happening and what's occurring here for you. Thank you, Cosmo.
That's gotta have his little cosmic tune up. And
Cosmo's ready. And just know that these are the best words that we can find to articulate what needs to be articulated. And so, as we sit in this space, as we understand the universal and galactic shifts that are happening around our home, and our home being Sirius A, B, and C, as we sit in this solar system, as we sit light years away, know that we are ever present with each of you who are aware of us, each of you who are aware of the different aspects that we represent, the different aspects of the I am, the I am, the I am, the I am, the I am that is you. And know that in this presence of this I am, that you are the ones responsible for these shifts, as we are just watchers and seers, uh, watchers and seers to assist in the guidance and the transmutation for this level of graduation. And yes, graduation, because you all have graduated and we have applauded you for this level of graduation, as this is a young planet, this young species that has endured so much in such a short time, as there were moments of times where things were accelerated because they had to be. If things felt jarring or catastrophic or cataclysmic, it is because they had to be. And know that what feels unexpected often is, because of the energy, the energies that are at play. Know and understand that the energies that are at play are not always in the best and highest interest for humanity, as we have to intervene to course correct the path and reaffirming the energies of the belief system, the new belief system that is being anchored in each and every soul, whether it is in your awareness or not. Allowing for the reemergence of the crystal cities, the purity of energy, as we offer instructions to each of you. And everyone take a deep breath in this moment. As we offer instructions to each of you to affirm and hold your place, to assist in this transformation, this planetary, this universal transformation, this transmutation as you allow yourself to be, to connect, to see, to understand, to know what is occurring within your body, because you are the universe. And within your universe, you expand out to create another universe, the universe outside of you. Know that there's only one universe, and it mirrors itself. What is happening within you is happening outside of you. And so once you allow yourself to move into the inside, to control, to maintain, to allow, to cleanse, to come into alignment with what is happening inside, the outside, the external will match. It is the outside that is just a mirror of what is in who you are. And once you understand this, dear souls, once you understand this, dear ones, once you understand this mirror, this reflection, this beingness merged with this doingness, all thought is followed by action, and all mirrors are a reflection of the truth. And sometimes the truth may be skewed, the truth may be misaligned to show favor, not to cause hurt or pain, but sometimes the truth is what it is. And in this time of emergence, at this time of transformation, there will be hurt, there will be pain, because we are so used to, as humans, being cuddled and coddled and taken care of, and being afraid of the truth. And now, dear ones, there's no time to be afraid. There's no time for fear. There's no time for judgment. It is only time for allowing and seeing and witnessing and knowing and feeling what is true for you, as this mirror is always here, always present. Now is not the time to ignore what is being put in front of you. It's time to look inside, to see the truth, and have it now to reflect in your world.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Council of Elders.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, the energy. I had to like do my thing.
it was beautiful, the message. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
Yes, it was absolutely. And I want to. I just felt at the end of that when what you were saying is what came to me at the very very end was to ask yourself, what are you feeding now, or what do you want to feed?
Or, more apropos, what are you hungry for?
Well, that's whatever you're exactly, because
Yeah,
what you're feeding is what is growing. And I guess what I'm saying around that is what is happening right now on the planet, what has just transpired on this planet is a pivotal point of our future.
yeah. And
And
I'm
oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, you.
No, I was just saying, so that's why I said what I said, is because a lot of on social media and stuff, I've seen a lot of people commenting and going in and it's like we need to step up. It's guys, it's time to step up. It's time to not be in that back and forth. Just allow people to be where they are, but don't feed into it. Don't allow, don't feed into them. Don't
Yeah,
agree, disagree. Stay out of the polarity of it and rise above in a space of love and only feed what truly fills your soul.
yeah. I mean, that goes in the physical space as well, because sometimes I sit, and as I'm just being mindless in my unawareness of the day, I sit and I ask myself, am I really hungry? Do I want something to eat? No, I'm just bored and hungry. And so this is why I said what I said. What are you hungry for? Because sometimes when we're hungry, it's not necessarily food we want, it's
Yes,
something else.
exactly.
And so understand that as we create coherence in the mind, heart, and stomach, the three brains, the connection to source, the connection to us and humanity, and the connection to our power, the energy
Mhm.
that sustains and supports us. And so, as we create coherence of those three areas, it is then asking, ooh, what are we hungry for? What is it
Exactly.
that we want to feed us, to nurture us? And as we allow ourselves to step into the field of nurturing, we then begin to allow for something greater to exist.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, with that being said, Rebecka, how are you going to feed people soul this weekend?
Oh, well. Oh, it's not my class.
Oh, no,
No, no.
no.
I'm
Okay.
asking others to join me. So this is on what date is so anyhow, everybody knows next week I'm beginning a journey. And my journey has yes.
No, I was gonna say the link is also too in the description, you guys. You could also click on the link in the description as well.
I just put this link for this. So I'm going to tell you what it is. So I'm on this journey and sending out love to the people that are assisted or going to be part of this journey with me. So I thought it'd be fun. I signed up to do a transmission, a Mary Magdalene heart what is it? A Mary Magdalene heart activation, healing in the Atlantic Temple of Love, hosted by Lisa Magdalena Bardell. And that's what the link is. It is September the 7th. I'm sorry, September the 13th at 7 BST time, which is British time, because she's over in England, but it's here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon if you're Eastern time. Anyhow, this is the day before I'm beginning my journey over to England. So, and I'm doing a workshop with her in England. So I thought, how cool to start in this transmission energy. And I'm going to do my best. I'm not holding anything on my travels and on TikTok or Facebook or something to kind of like um to what am I thinking? To post little post on my journey and what's happening, what's going on, because I know it's just I'm just so excited because I know this is a transformational, life-changing trip for me and everything coming together. Anyhow, so I'm doing this transmission on Monday. I thought, I felt like sharing the love and sending out, and I just wanted to promote it. If you like to join me on the 13th for the transmission, there's the link to sign up through Lisa and join me to share the love. So that's it. I got too
Awesome.
excited there. I couldn't talk.
I love it. And speaking of, and
But
if
I'm
you
not
guys,
doing
no, well,
I'm
you
just
will
I'll
be.
be part of it, the energetic part of it, but there's a beautiful woman that'll be co-hosting it. So her name's Lisa. So yes.
Awesome. I love it.
So join
And
us.
if you guys are in the Fort Myers area this weekend, September 11th at 11 a.m., I am hosting my first live in person event in 3 years. I'm super excited. It is Happy Hour Healing, and the link is should be in the description. If not, comment below, and we'll have a good time. And I'm super excited because this event we're gonna have a good time and clear out trauma energies. But if you guys are in the Southwest Florida area, come hang out with me on Sunday for an hour. You know, you get some healing, you get some kombucha, you get to meet some new friends, and a couple of surprises here and there. I'm not going to say because then it wouldn't be a surprise.
I'm showing up. Psych.
No, she'll be packing for her trip.
Oh, I'm always stressing about that. That's the only stress I've had this whole trip. What do I pack?
So, yeah.
And yeah, also I see Indigo. It's her aunt's 80th birthday on Sunday. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Aunt. Thank you so much. And next week, I might be solo. I might
Why
not be.
not? Next week's going to be a great mystery because I don't know where I'll be or what I'm doing. I'm going to do my best to jump on. However, this trip is basically just go with the flow and whatever comes up. I'm totally surrendering to where I'm led. So I have no idea where I'll be. So if you see me, you see me. If not, I'm somewhere. But I'm with you. My heart's always with you.
Beautiful. And until next week, everyone, have an amazing day and keep on exploring.
And don't limit yourself, create yourself, be the change in you. Mwah.
Till next week, everyone.
Till next week. Thank you.